next class. So we'll continue further with the analysis. Now we are going to derive what is going to be the PN junction diode current. What is the expression for current which is flowing through a PN junction diode? Okay, and as you know, because of concentration gradient, the concentration of electrons and holes will be decreasing with respect to the maximum value. Because of that only you will have diffusion current, right? And this diffusion current is flowing because of forward bias. So I can write Pn of x is equal to Pn of 0 into e power minus x by Lp. So you know it is exponentially decreasing. I assume you remember the graph what we have drawn. So at this point I have excess number of holes. So the hole concentration is maximum. So here I have minimum number of holes. So it is exponentially decreasing. The Pn of x equal to Pn of 0 into e power minus x by Lp. And x is going to be the distance traveled by the holes, and Lp is going to be what is called as the diffusion length. Okay, you have diffusion length for electrons as well as holes. Here, Lp we call it as diffusion length for holes, and Ln you will have the diffusion thing for electrons. Okay, and we are assuming this small this Pn minus Pn of 0. Pn is going to be the maximum value minus Pn of 0. So I am simplifying that as the exponential thing. So the small Pn of x will be equal to Pn 0 plus Pn of 0 into e power minus x by Lp. Okay, at any point, if you want to find the whole concentration, you can use this formula and do. When you put x is equal to 0, at x is equal to 0, if you put this equation becomes P small Pn of 0 equal to Pn naught plus Pn of 0. So I can find capital Pn of 0 equal to small Pn of 0 minus Pn naught. Okay, so several this relation you get at x is equal to 0. This is x is equal to 0 point, and this is x is equal to Lp point, diffusion length of your holes. Okay, so now I can write the whole concentration in valence band and the p side and n side. Definitely in p side you will have a lot of holes, and n side you will have a very little number of holes because the majority carriers are going to be uh, electrons there. The same way, you can write the equation for PP naught equal to Pn naught into e power V naught by Vt. V naught is the bias voltage, and you know Vt is the thermal voltage. So I can write the bias voltage equal to V naught minus V. So it is the effective applied voltage. So you know the diode is going to conduct only after it going to cross the barrier potential, right? So only after V naught is crossed, my diode is going to work. So if you are applying zero point 0.7 or zero point 0.8 volt, till zero point 0.7 my diode is not working. Only after zero point 0.7 it works. So effectively I'm applying only zero point 0.1 volt, right? That is what is given here. Vb equal to V naught minus V. The effective voltage applied, the effective barrier voltage is going to be V naught minus V. And now when I substitute all these conditions, I get the current, diffusion current on the N side is going to be, this is the formula for diffusion current we have seen, and this is the formula for the concentration of holes. So I can write the diffusion current in the N side is going to be IPN of x equal to minus AQ dP into dPn of x by dx. So dPn of x by dx, we are having this formula. What we have got is previously, see here, this formula I'm going to apply Pn of x. So when I differentiate this one with respect to x, first term is constant, so I will not have anything. Second term is e power minus x. So if I differentiate e power minus x, I'll get e power minus x by Lp into minus 1 by Lp. Already you have minus sign outside, so it will become plus 1 by Lp. So you can see that as the distance is going to increase, the whole current is going to decrease exponentially. You have an e power minus x. E power minus x is exponentially decreasing whole current. Okay. The same way I can find the first one is I can find the whole current. Then I can find the electron current. And you can see the difference will be only one thing. Instead of dp, you will be having dn. Instead of pn naught, you will be having np naught. Instead of lp, you will be having ln. Other terms are going to be same. You know the total current is going to be addition of electron current and hole current. So I is equal to this current IPN plus the current IP naught. Okay. So the total current is going to be the sum of currents in due to electron and hole. So when I add both, I am going to take out the common terms. I'm going to write the common terms of I naught. So what is I naught? AQ dP Pn naught by LP plus AQ dN NP naught by Ln. So this is going to be the I naught. And this I naught I'm going to call it by a special name called as reverse saturation current. So my expression for I will be the current to the diode is going to be I is equal to I naught e power V by Vt minus 1. So if you are going, this is a general thing for any semiconductor. If I am going to use silicon and germanium, then I have to use a device parameter called eta. Okay, when I'm going to use silicon and germanium, you have to include a device constant into your circuit that you have to include. So I'm including that eta in that Vt term. So I is equal to I naught into e power V by eta Vt minus 1. And eta is going to be 1 for germanium and it is going to be 2 for silicon. The theta is called as device constant. So the theta value will not change. It is going to be 1 for germanium and 2 for silicon. Okay, so this is the total current which is flowing through your diode. So I is equal to I naught e power V by eta Vt minus 1. And in the expression, I naught is the reverse saturation current, V is the applied bias voltage, eta is the device parameter, and Vt, you know, it is the thermal voltage, and you know the expression for Vt, the Vt equal to Kt by Q. This we have seen already, Vt equal to Kt by Q. So at room temperature, you find the thermal voltage and substitute that here. And eta value, if they give germanium, put eta is equal to 1. If they give silicon, you put eta is equal to this substitution you make. And now we have see about I naught. So what is I naught? I naught, we have got this term, the addition of the two constants, you have take it as I naught, I take that term, and in that you can take out A, Q constant. And assuming writing Pn and Np in terms of intrinsic concentration, I can write Pn equal to Ni square by Nd, the donor atom, and Np is equal to Ni square by Na acceptor atom. This we have seen from the intrinsic semiconductor mass action law, if you remember. So I naught will be A into Q into dP by Lp into Nd plus dN by Ln into Na into Ni square. And you know, Ni square is going to be an intrinsic concentration of the semiconductor, which is given by this formula. So I can write I naught to be all these are going to be constants multiplied by A naught T cube e power minus Vg naught by Vt. Again, this all the thing I can simplify. And one more thing, this dP and dN vary inversely with temperature. So I can write dP is proportional to K, dP is proportional to 1 by T, dN is proportional to 1 by T. So I can write dP equal to some constant by T and dN equal to some constant by T. Already you have T cube here. So T cube by T will be T square. So I can write the reverse saturation current as I naught equal to K1 into K1 is the complete constant, including all the constants of the entire equation. K1 into T square into e power minus Vg naught by Vt. So as you can see here, the reverse saturation current depends on temperature, and it is e power minus Vg naught by Vt. Okay, so it is Vg naught is the forbidden energy gap voltage and Vt is the thermal voltage. So you can see that the reverse saturation current is directly proportional to temperature. So as temperature is going to increase, this reverse saturation current is going to increase enormously. So the total diode current equation finally is given by I is equal to I naught e power V by eta Vt minus 1. So you see the notations here. I is the diode current, I naught is the reverse saturation current, V is the external bias voltage. It may forward or reverse bias. Forward bias means you should put V as positive. Forward bias of 2 volt means you should take it as plus 2 volt. The diode is given reverse bias of 5 volt means you have to take it as minus 5 volt. Okay, so that notation you have to understand. Forward bias means positive value of V you should take. Reverse bias means it is minus because the polarity is reversed, right? And eta, you know, it is the constant, device constant. It is 1 for germanium and 2 for silicon. And Vt equal to Kt by Q, the thermal temperature. You know, K is the Boltzmann constant. I remember these values, 1.38 into 10 power minus 23. It's 23, not 3. It is written wrongly. 10 power minus 23 joules per Kelvin. and Q is charge of electron. Temperature is, you have to convert the temperature into Kelvin. How to convert? Add 273 to temperature in degrees Celsius, you'll get the answer in Kelvin. Okay. So this diode, based on this diode equation, you'll get so many problems in your exam. So you should know what value you should substitute for all the parameters which are used in the equation of your diode. Okay, be very clear on that. So at room temperature, 300 Kelvin, your VT is going to be 26 millivolt. So if you substitute VT is equal to 26 millivolt at room temperature, you will get the answer as I is equal to I naught e power 40 V by eta minus 1 approximately. So if it is germanium, means eta is equal to 1, right? So I is equal to I naught e power 40 V minus 1. If it is silicon, means eta value is 2. So 40 by 2 will become 20. So I is equal to I naught e power 20 V minus 1. And you know that e power term is very, very large. அதில் ஒன் சப்ராக்ட் பண்றதுனால பெரிய எஃபெக்டே இருக்காது. ஓகேவா? ஸோ 1 lakh, you assume you have a number 1 lakh. From 1 lakh, if I subtract 1, it is not going to be of a very much significant, right? So I'll get 99999, which I can approximate it to 1 lakh again, because there is no significant impact on subtracting the value smaller number from a larger number. So e power 40V minus 1, I can approximately write it as e power 40V. And e power 20V minus 1, I can approximately write it as e power 20V. So I, for germanium, the current is approximately equal to, I is equal to I naught e power 40V. 40V is the bias voltage. And in the simplification, remember, it is only for your room temperature at 300 Kelvin. Matter temperature, again, you have to go back to your diode equation as given here, and you have to again calculate everything. So what I have given here is at room temperature 300 Kelvin, the thermal voltage is 26 millivolt, and the current we are finding it for germanium and silicon, the approximate value of current. So for reverse bias, you see what I told is correct. You have to use minus V. So you have to change the sign of the voltage, applied voltage V. You have to replace V by minus V. So when you replace V by minus V, e power minus V value is very, very large. Reverse bias voltage, breakdown voltage is very, very large, right? So e power minus, assume V is infinity. So e power minus infinity, assume V tends to infinity. When V tends to infinity, e power minus infinity is going to be 0. First term is 0, second term is minus 1. 0 minus 1 is going to be minus 1. So I is approximately equal to minus I naught. So that is called as reverse saturation current. A minus I naught. Now the reverse saturation current flows in the direction opposite to that of the actual current in the forward bias. Okay, so the reverse saturation, see, remember in forward bias, you have the depletion layer here. So electrons and holes will cross the depletion layer. So electrons, if this is your P, this is your N. If you are applying forward bias, holes will be traveling this way. They will cross the channel this way, and electrons will be crossing this way. But in reverse saturation, reverse bias, the holes will be coming in the opposite direction. In reverse bias, the holes will be going this way, and the electrons will be going in the opposite way, and electrons will be going this way. So you can see the direction is completely opposite, right? To note the change in direction only, they have given I is approximately equal to minus I naught. The minus sign indicates change in the direction of your current. And I naught is the reverse saturation current which is flowing through your diode. So very, very, after understanding the expression for current and diode current equation, let's see